many believed that NATO would announce a formal invitation to Ukraine. And it almost didn't happen. I would put it this way. So how would you assess the results of NATO summit in Vilnius? You're welcome.
Right. Well, first off, concerning expectations, no one should have thought that NATO would issue an invitation to join, that NATO would issue an invitation for Ukraine to join immediately. It was always a question of, is NATO sending the right signal to Putin about the perspective that Ukraine is truly going to become a member of NATO as soon as that's practical? And sending that signal so that his expectations are set about the war, about the future of European security, about NATO's determination, and about Ukraine's place in a unified Europe. And unfortunately, I think that signal was not sent. I think it was, the language is arguably about the same as Bucharest. There are a few improvements. The requirement for a MAP, membership action plan, which had become an obstacle. People said, the next step is the map, and no, you can't have it. So they took that away. That's positive. Just like Finland and Sweden, Ukraine does not require a map. Also, they took a few steps to help Ukraine integrate a little bit more on a practical level with NATO, such as upgrading the commission to a NATO-Ukraine council, working on interoperability, and so forth. But apart from that, the political messaging out of Vilnius was actually about the same, saying, yes, Ukraine's place is in NATO in the future, but no process, no timeline, and no conviction, no real sincerity of the commitment to that coming out of Vilnius. And given the changed circumstances over the past year, where all illusions about any possibility of living with a normal Russia are shattered because of Russia's aggression, I think that repeating that kind of vague statement actually does damage. And I think in the context of Russia's war, it is an encouragement to Putin, keep up fighting as long as he can. We should have tried to do the opposite. We should have tried to get Putin to recognize that his quest to rebuild the Russian Empire is never going to succeed. And instead, I think we've now given him some encouragement.